Okay, everybody. Trying something a little different with this. I am going live on YouTube, Rumble, and X. I think. Let's see if it's working. All right. Oh, doesn't appear to be on. Let's see. Oh, there I go. I'm on. There's a delay. I'm going to check Twitter now, see if I'm out live on Twitter. Boomer trying to figure this stuff out. It's fun. Let's see. Let's see. We appreciate your patience. Yeah, I'm on Twitter too. Now to check Rumble. See if that's happening. One more. Let's see. Live streaming. I don't know if I'm streaming. Actually, no. I think I've scheduled this for later. So, in about 3 minutes. So I have to check back in 3 minutes. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to just start coloring. Now, I haven't touched this since this afternoon. And looking back at it, it's funny, you get a fresh eyes on these things. And I can see I don't like the face, the way it's molded. It's too grotesque, if you could use those words. Let's see, there it is. That's Maggie's face. I want Ben's. There we go. Now I just feel like it's just a little too heavy with the black areas here. I might want to go in here and take out a little bit of this line work so I can do it with color. Hey, Paulus, how you doing? Dan Genovese, I think I said right. Hello, how are you? Hello. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little better. I don't like, you got to watch it when you use black on a face. It just kills it. Kills the color. So watch out for black. It's a little intense. When my shadows are intense, I'm trying to knock them back. I might go in here actually to the line work and just throw in a little bit of softer. Just soften a little bit of this stuff. It's a little intense. Okay. Bata. It's a weird mix when you're doing ink drawing and realistic painting. It can get grotesque if you do it wrong. So I like it, but it's you got to be careful with the reds. The reds can kind of give it that kind of phony face color. Want to use red, but carefully. Okay, I kind of like this face now. I hope. I'll find out tomorrow when I look at it again. Hey, Pastmaster. Wasn't Dogood a spy Franklin concocted? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not the writer. You know that's Sean Salter who's writing it. I have to. I don't remember when he told me if that was the case or not. That's cool though. I like that. Does this eye look higher than the other one? I don't know. I think it kind of does. Fortunately, we're in Photoshop. We can do anything. You guys are gonna laugh because I'm like gonna move this like this one tiny fraction. This is how picky I am. Oh, that's it. I moved it 1 pixel. Like, God dang, Dan, take it easy. Okay. Her face looks pretty good. Not sure how to color this costume though. What layer is that? There's the glove. This is why you label things, folks. Oh, blue parts. There we go. Blue parts. Hey, what do you know? Now, she's going to be kind of dark. But I want to add a little bit of color if I can to it. Even if it's not even in the rest of the comic book. Because I want this thing to be colorful. And maybe just add a little bit of white in areas. Give it a bit of texture. All right. I think she's don't want to overwork that. All right, the boobs. Just realized something about the boobs. This one looks a lot bigger than that one. But that's just the line in between here that's really needs to be moved over. There. Now, they're okay. By the way, I move things, just select it, use the arrow keys. Select it, hit the move tool, hit the arrow keys, you're done. That's how I move stuff. I'm looking for the red, the blue parts. I've labeled everything. I wonder what that is. I don't know. I'm just going to go like this. This is how I find it. Okay. It looks like it's just on the first layer. Okay. Okay, same with this. I'm going to move it and work on the color, adding color to it, rather than adding black or white. Feels like my computer's going a little bit slow. I got a lot of things happening. Hit a little bit here with a catching the light. Stretch marks. Okay, and now I'm going to tackle the gold parts. Is that wrist a little thick? On whom? On her? I think he's okay. I'm not sure if that matters. You know, the hand is actually pretty big. That actually looks big. I do that a lot. I make the hands bigger, too big. I think I'm gonna knock that down, that hand. I mean, your face is, it should, you know, your hands is not as big as your, I mean, this hand's almost as big as her face. That's too big. It's hard to judge it because I got the color on. Let's see. Gonna turn off this guy. Still kind of big. It's all right. Use my arrow keys for a little more precision. Okay. Deselect that. Man, it's warm in here. It's raining here, so it's damp. Okay, let's give me do it right the first time, then you're better off. Okay, let's see if I have the get rid of the gold, the glove, erase around the hand. Okay, the glove, that's going to be off. Fixed it. How's that? Yeah, not worried about the wrist because because it's a metallic thing. That could be thicker or thinner. If that's what you're talking about, Passmaster. I think that's okay. Let's see what you said. The submission Ben Franklin wrote and slipped under the door. The newspaper was a letter supposedly written by the minister's widow named Silence Dogood. Interesting. Anyway, I like that. Yeah, I like this story from the start. Sean is doing something very interesting here, and I thought that sounds like a cool project to work on. Okay, metallic. Got to make this stuff metallic and gold. Now I can make it, you know, if you guys watched my tutorial on the how to do metallic objects, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. It's almost that for the gold. I can add white, but then if I add white, you know, it takes, that's kind of cool. It's kind of intense, but it takes away the color. And right now I think I want to keep the color, if possible. Where's the sword? The sword of power. Okay. Am I still on screen? Hang on a second. I'm scooting down, shrinking. See if I'm still on camera. Still on camera. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what to make the handle. I think that's like a leather. A little bit of white will do that. Do a trick on that. Same thing here with the gold. Simply go in there with a brown. I'm not really sure if the belt is real. I know he colored it gold, but would it be a gold belt? I think it almost would be more of a brown belt or leather. Now this wrist here, don't know if this is the one you're talking about. I'm gonna go in here with a nice brown. A little orange. Bump the color up. sword. Let's see, where will I put the shadow on that? Maybe I'll go the other way. All right. Anybody watch this? I'm watching this thing Fallout. I convinced my wife to watch it. She's like, nah, I don't want to watch it. I don't know about it. And it's kind of gory. She doesn't like it. But I don't like it that. I don't like gore, too much gore either, and it's pretty gory. But it's really quite good so far. I'm in the 4th episode. Some of these characters, you've seen them before, but in a lot of things. But if you do them well, they're still cool. Like that ghoul guy. I know I've seen characters like that, but they really did a good job with it. In fact, I think Dan Brereton had a character called Gun Ghoul or something like. I know it. Gun Witch, yeah. But I also know another guy who did a character called Gun Ghoul or something. So they may have stolen it from that. But those kind of characters are always there. Okay, let's see what these looks like. It's kind of tough when you're doing comic book coloring. When you're the way I color it, anyways, it's tough because I'm rendering things somewhat realistically, and when you do things realistically, comic book things, when you try to translate them, they can look hokey. Which is why when you see movies, they'll take Superman's costume and make it less red or something and try to make it cooler because it can look hokey. So it's a bit of a trick to try to see if you can get something that's doesn't look kind of crass and unpleasant to look at. Not sure how to handle the inside of those guys. I mean, some of it, like I said, I tried to keep close to the reference. I love to be honest to the character as much as possible. What you see in the book, I want you to see on the cover. But sometimes you can take some liberties. Where are the mods? I don't know. I think you're one of the few mods, Marcus. Wait, who's a mod? I forgot. Is Past Master a mod? I don't know. Why are you asking that, Marcus? Okay, looks okay. Because you're the only one. Okay. Well, I haven't really knighted very many people yet. I haven't had that much done that much live streaming. I thought Pastmaster was one. You may not be here though. Okay, there's not a whole lot to color in her, really. Actually, I'd prefer to use some color on her than anything else. She's kind of dark. Okay. Knees. I kind of like make it up. You got a kneecap and you got some tendons and bone and everything sticking out. So I don't even know exactly what to do on those. I just sort of put in gnarly little things, and make some bumps and protrusions and kind of hope they look. It just got to look kind of right. Don't worry about it being perfect. That's the thing is sometimes you can try to make this stuff so perfect. It's like, don't worry about it. Just gotta look kind of cool. Work until it's cool looking. It's funny when I watch these other guys do color comics. They're using the move tool and all this kind of stuff, and their select tool, and I don't really see them like painting things in there. I don't know, as I haven't watched them that much, but I really get in paint. I want some dimension in these. See, she's pretty much done, but I would. There's a danger that these colors are they're kind of clashing. Face looks a little too red. Actually, I want red in the shadows. I'm going to put a little bit more white on her. I like some, rosy cheeks, but not too much. The mask. I'm going to try the mask here. It's interesting because the mask is it sort of shows through, but not really. And those eyes, I think I want to knock them back. That's a little too white. There, that's better. Skin. Okay, all of a sudden I'm hating these goggles. Okay, the face needs to be molded just a little more on the side. Okay, give me a reflective hot spot on her eyes. Let's see. I think I'm going to get in here and take that out so I can add them at will with the color. Okay. I like a pretty hot spot, I think. Wait, I'm still on the same layer, darn it. Okay, that's cool. She looks good. Okay, let's see the... I still don't like this face too much. Oh, it's bothering me. Don't know why. It's something about the mouth. This is the thing about doing these illustrations. You can just like go back and forth and like you know something doesn't look right, but you don't know exactly what it is. Okay. Maybe too shiny. All right, got that done. Oh, where'd that big cowboy go? Kind of want to try him. I think he'll be cool looking. Okay, let's see what. It's got green eyes. Let's see if I'm kind of curious if this is working on Rumble. I did. Nothing live on Rumble. That's not great. So it's not working on Rumble? Oh, let's try that some other time. Oh well. Back to this dude. Now this is more fun when you do the I mean, I think you have the most fun when you have tough guys like this. It's going to be somewhat in shadow those eyes. Now what? I'm probably going to put, I didn't even, when I did the drawing, I didn't put much shadow, I didn't put any indication of shadow because I knew I was going to paint it in. I really want to do that. Why is there looking for this oh, the face is on the bullets layer. Brilliant. Let's get it off of that. I'm going to cut this, edit, cut. Wait a minute. Edit that, cut it, edit, paste in place. I'm going to move it down to the skin. Put it underneath so when I merge the two layers here, also the title of it. Okay, now everything's on, the skin is all in one layer. Good. That's what I like. Lock that layer. Get busy with the face here. I could do this with a multiply layer, but I'm just so certain that I'm going to use it. It's going to be in shadow that I want to do it right off the bat. Yeah, he looks tough and badass. Yeah, a little affection on the nose, a little bit here, maybe a touch on the lips. Now I'm going to go in here with some yellow. I really want this pretty, I'm going to make this guy pretty dirty faced. So I'm adding black. But I don't really want black, you know, so I'm going to change it. I'm just darkening it. I want that to not be too colorless. So I'm going to add a little bit of red to it, a little bit of fiery red. Okay, it looks pretty mysterious and creepy and okay, I gotta see what color this guy's hat is. Let's see. I think he's mostly just a blue sort of configuration. Well, blue-gray. Yeah, so he could be almost a dark-haired dude. Or a black hat. Are the teeth too solid? Yeah, could have been a blonde moment. You mean a boomer moment? Yeah. The teeth. Oh yeah, you're talking about his teeth. Yeah. Well, it's not so much the solidity of the teeth, is the weightness of it. It's got something to do with the mouth. I think this needs to be kind of revisited later. I'm too close to it right now. But I'm working on this dude right now. Let's see how he goes. See if I'm a little more happy, a little more successful with this one. All right, that's good. You don't want to over render shit too much in comics. I've ruined stuff over rendering it, and I just go back and sort of flatten it out, and I'm like, oh, it looks better. All that over rendering just kills it. Yellows. I'm essentially using yellows and blues and reds, to make this thing happen. Now I'm going to use some black because I want to. This guy can be gritty and dirty. Don't do this with a woman's face or arm or anything. Okay, I might add just some fun, just some real bits of color in here. I don't know. We'll see. Pull this up a little bit. Just to make it a little more interesting. Now I'm playing with some whites here, but this is where you want to be careful. Otherwise it gets gray real fast. And in his case it's not as bad, but to get there, but now I'm going to add just a little bit of pink on here. Just to get a little color variation. Perhaps it gets it really, really hot. Okay, let me see what that looks like. Kind of cool. Okay, let me take on this hat, see what I need to do to it. want them to kind of be a black hat, but keep it kind of somewhat colored too. I think I'll make the band a little bit shinier, darker. Where's the coat? Hat. Well, that might be on the main layer. Okay. Why did it do the main layer here? I'm gonna try to lift those eyes out of there a little bit, even though they're in shadow. A little bit of light so you can see them. Actually, I'm not sure if I want to add a little bit of more color to them. Kind of looks like the shadow. Oh, hi, John. How are you, man? You on California time? You up this late? Fabric shadow for him. This is more like a 3-day shadow for me, though. Hair challenged. Facial hair challenge, people. Okay, let's do the shirt. Sounds like I swore. The shit. Oh, that may be just on the regular layer too, of the bottom layer. No. It's not on that layer. What layer is it on? Oh. I didn't label it correctly. That's not a vest, it's a shirt. Shit, it's a shirt. White's a little tricky. Painting this reminds me, though, John, if you're there at the doing that speed drawing I did for you guys. That was kind of fun. That was the first thing I did for my YouTube channel. Like, I need content. Let me try that. I think I need to take these lines out because it just aren't working as far as the at least lighten them, I should say. I want the shadows to be a color almost, because when you're doing white, your shadows are not black. Oh, I got my shape dynamics on, darn it. How'd that happen? Okay, make that line darker though. Do you want some dark line in there? Anybody go to C2E2? Kind of curious. I know one guy did, John Malin. That was insane. Okay, this shirt. Now I can add some blues in the shirt, which I prefer to do it from the start. White's a nice thing for a costume if you're, it's funny today, the color standards, you can paint these things. The costumes today can be very different than they were in the past for, old time comic books, because you only had a small color palette. And you couldn't really paint anything. Now that you can paint, white costumes would be better, where they really weren't that great in the past. All right, let's see. And the cool thing about the white costumes is you can throw in super colors in the shadows. And they're kind of cool, like this. Gonna grab a little bit of white. Tap a few of these areas just to give it a little bit of texture. But don't overdo it. Oh, leg kick is here. Cool. Hello, sir. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of white to this, but again, I want to be careful. Actually, I might make that a little bit blue-gray. I want some like irregularities in the pants. Might get a little smaller brush here and kind of give it even a little bit kind of texture. Okay. Silence Dogood. Interesting comic. Fun cover to work on. He's looking pretty good. Oh, that hand looks huge, doesn't it? Shoot. I always hate that when I see the hand is huge. Maybe it's not that bad. I think I'm going to try to finish it first. Me and my big hands. It's funny, you don't notice these things as much when you just see them in the black and white. And then all of a sudden you start sort of coloring it, and kind of other parts are getting more realistic, and all of a sudden you notice it. Okay. I don't know about that. Add some white there. I think I need to get up here and take out some of this gnarly. I mean, it's cool. It looks kind of cool when you're, doing it black and white. But like I said, when I get in the color stage where I'm painting it, not as good. If I want to make a shadow like that on the knuckle, I want to do it with color. I need some blue in here. Some real blue. Okay, make these knuckles look a little dirtier. The finger nails. Gritty guy. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to check that rumble thing again, make sure it didn't really fly. Nope. Nope, something didn't work. Of course, they don't want you. They don't want it to work either. Rumble, and and YouTube are not friends, I guess. And StreamYard, I guess StreamYard and YouTube are affiliated. So they have no desire to make Rumble easy from StreamYard. Okay, these guns are cool. Dig them, man. I could make them like a chrome. That'd be kind of interesting. Instead of just silver. How you do that is make a nice sharp line somewhere. Take this line and make it hard. Sounds bad. I don't know if that's an innie or an outie there. Working kind of chrome. Now the handle. That's got to be shiny. I think the handle, should not be chrome, though, I don't think. You wouldn't hold a chrome handle, would you? Okay, that's good enough. Chrome guns. I think this handle needs to be darker, though. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, got that one. One gun done, son. I'm gonna switch these bullets things just because they're bugging me. I want to make them a leather. I think I gotta check this too. Hang on a second here. Reference time. No, it's just blue. Just blue. Bluer than blue. I gotta make it a little bit different than the other one. Distinguish it, pull it out. Okay, bullets. Bullet time, bullet train. Make them gold by a little more orangey yellow in it. Now I'm going to put a higher reflective edge on these when I, over the top, over the line, so they'll shine and be popping out better. But for now, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit easier to get this right. Because I know what I want, but I can't quite see it at that angle. Want a hot spot here on the edge of it, and here on the inside edge down here. A little more orange in this, too yellow. There, that looks like metallic bullets. And they're too blue looking. Throw some black on it. That's cool. That shirt, with this shirt, I gotta throw some color on that. Give me that cool blue, I'll throw that in there. And I saw a short today of Mike Tyson on the street getting into what looked like a scuffle with Braxton, I think it was another former heavyweight boxer. Mike ripped his shirt off and started like, let's go down right now. And they started to kind of punch. I don't know if it was serious or not, but man, what a street fight that would make. Holy shit. Okay, this is kind of cool. It does look like the shadow. I think I would do a fair shadow, actually. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. Okay, all these pants, I gotta pull back and see what they look like from here. They could go darker. I was trying to give them texture, but I think he's almost got to be kind of dark in a lot of ways here. Wait a minute. It's not too bad. For the boots, I don't think that I couldn't see the boots, so I have to just make that up. Boots probably mostly black. I think Sean said that they're not over the pants. They're under the pants. Underpants. He made me say underpants. Gotta get in here to see this shit. Yeah, that live stream John Malin did from C2E2 is wild. Can't believe it. It's what kind of a world we're living in now. In freaking insane. Courageous too. I thought about going to C2. Actually, it was really it was a personal events that had kept me from that, but I was interested. Don't totally. It'd been a lot of fun. Chicago ain't far from me. Okay, it's a lot of black area right here. Yeah, I wish there was a way I could separate it, but it probably won't matter when I'm pulling it all together. Let me go up and finish this other gun. These guns are cool, man. I dig them. Get some white here. Pop that out. Nice hard line. Gives you the chrome look. Crisp. Okay, looks good. Well, that looks pretty metallic, I believe. Gun looks like it'd blow your head off, man. Again, I'm going to add some. In fact, I could do that now just to show you guys what I'm doing. Add a layer way up on top. And I'm going to get some hot spots, highly reflective spots here, especially with this chrome gun. Really want to do that. That's cool. I'll take that one off here. See how it's super shiny. And I might do the same to bullets. Get in here, just tap them with a little bit of shiny highlight. Just a touch. So looks shiny. Go down here, same thing. Wherever there's a crevice or crack, you want to throw a little highlight on there. Don't care for that. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. You gotta play with them because sometimes they're too much. It's like, eh. The guy's kind of cool. I like him. Nash is his name. I'm gonna put some hot spots on the on this stuff too. Don't overdo it. That's important. I do need to actually give her a little more. Work that shine a little better. Where is she? Where's the gold? It's Ben. She's up here. The gold. Okay. Move on this over here. That's pretty cool. Done with that one. I can kind of collapse that color. Now, Ben, I think I'll work on these shoes. The shoes are going to be kind of fun. Although I have a feeling that I'm going to probably they might get lost in my sort of atmosphere shadowing that I put over it. Okay, the shoe is going to be a brown leather. Norman Rockwell is a good guy to look at for shoes and how to paint them, because he was such a master. I'm going to pull in some blues, some of those blue grays in here. I'm going to throw in some textures here. Because the leather has got, some softness to it of sorts. It's a little hard to get it right, but you just kind of work it until it starts looking like leather. Maybe a little bit of red. Is that what's missing? So you're putting in some different colors in your reds, and so it looks like I'm going to go a little darker overall. That seems to be working a little better. And maybe I go back and just hit some highlights. That looks like a brown leather shoe, doesn't it? I believe it does. Wait a minute, doing the buckle still. Okay, where's the shoe? The shoe's looking good. You see how that brown and that blue and that the reds and blues, and then you put that in there, and then you kind of cover it sort of with a black overlay almost. So you don't want it too reflective, but you want it kind of reflective. think I finally got it. Only took 1,000,000 tries. That looks like a brown leather shoe to me. Okay, let's do the calves. What are the calves? I gotta check on the costume of the calves. Are they white? If they are, I'm gonna have to take those lines out. Yeah, they're more or less white, which means they got it. Those lines got to go. Or I can just make them. Nah, I want them out. Wait, what am I doing? Am I erasing them? I think I've got to take that off first. I'm doing like I sort of similar to what I did with the Quadrath covers. Budroot gave me line work, and I used it. I didn't go to waste because I used it as a guide, but I erased it almost completely. Okay, now going here, the calves. I'm going to, I really want it to be white like this up here. Oh, isn't that nice? That looks good. I'm using that brown a little bit. It's already on there. Kind of give a nice feel. Let's see how that looks. Pull back. Yeah, white, but I don't want them that white. So let's see. Okay. Pants. The pants are just brown pants. I'm going to use some oranges just to warm it up a little bit. Some reds. Then I'm going to go in here with the blacks. Cover a lot of it. gives me a brown, but I want to pull out some warms. Feeling in the zone. I'm zoning. Okay, the vest. I do see those pants. I did those pants pretty fast. Add bits of blue to this. What's going on there? Doesn't look like that's right. Yeah, I missed. Okay. Wonder how long I've been going. Let's see. Take a look. 93 minutes. Holy shit. I've been sitting there for quite a while. Well, I got a lot done. That's good. I'm going to have to take a break pretty soon, though. Got to exercise. We got to get up out of your chair, folks. 93 minutes is really what you shouldn't be sitting past that, if you can help it. Especially when you're working. You know, maybe you're sitting and chatting, hanging with people. That's fine. But when you're kind of like working with some sort of intensity, like I'm doing now, your body's probably stiffening up and that kind of thing. So you want to take a break, give it some, relax it a little bit. But it's easy to do because, as you can see, I'm sitting here going, "Oh my gosh, I gotta keep working, work that, make it perfect, keep going, keep going." It's funny, even when I'm done with this, I'll let it. Sometimes I'll let a piece sit. It's almost like gotta let it age, and then you come back to it and revisit it, and you see things that, I mean, it can happen the next day. It can happen just walking away from it for a few minutes, but it can also happen like you see something new after like a year. It's wild. Look and go, oh my gosh, you know, you thought something you thought was pretty good, like that kind of sucks. Very strange experience. Look, he's not that bad. He's kind of done-ish. I don't like the way that belt is, or that buckle's looking though. I want you to see it. I want it to be a gold. That's okay. I don't know. It should be a real shiny buckle, really, though, right? I mean, it should be tarnished a little bit. That's okay. Let me see how fast I can do this belt buckle. This reminds me of painting with brushes and stuff like that I used to do in art school many years ago. And I was quite good at it, actually. There really wasn't much of a difference, honestly, from when I went from the computer from brushes to computer. It's the same thing. Shoes time. I'm going to start out with a highlight on the shoe. I'm going to use some colors. Throw in some blues. Give me some yellows. Okay, a little more red. A little more black. It's hard to say how shiny you make a leather shoe. Looks cool. The only thing is, like I said, with this thing, I may be covering it completely. Okay. Hey, what if I'm on? I'm going to check again, see if I'm still on Twitter. I am. Interesting. Cool. It's fun to go to Twitter as well as YouTube. Fascinating. It's weird. I keep pushing it. I go a little bit to the warm, then I go a little bit to the cool. Working back and forth. But that's pretty perfect. See, I'm a freaking perfectionist. Oh my gosh. Walk away from the picture, Dan. Okay, it's going to be interesting when to see what happens when I go with the robots and the metallic stuff, because that's going to throw it off. I actually I really can't see it. It's hard for me. I'm not that good at visualizing. You'd be surprised, but really don't seem to be able to see what something's going to look like beforehand. Like some artists, they just picture in their head. Maybe occasionally that happens, but try just throwing a nice little green in here somewhere, just for the heck of it. Maybe that's just too much. Let me see, where's the Ben's skin tones? Really don't like what I'm seeing there so much. Knock that back. It's interesting. I got a lot of blues on this one, not so much on him. I have to probably even that out. I like that blue color in there. That's kind of cool, though. Let me see this shirt. I'll bring in a little more browns. Right. I moved put a little more brown on that side, and now I'm going to put a little more blue on the other side. Where's the shirt? Where's the shirt? Come on, shirt, where are you? Good vest. Let's see. Here's a shirt. Okay. Maybe some blues. Okay. Yeah, I might have to take some of these shadows out there too. So I can see the blue color in there, which I want to see actually. Okay, I got pretty darn far in this. That's cool. 12:30 or 12:19. And he looks kind of cool. I wonder if I can just give him some, just pop him out a little bit. Those pants, I don't want to, I want the pants to look black, but I want him to have dimension too. Something like that, just a little bit. Let's see if that helps. Just pull it off a little bit. Okay, pull all these people in and okay, that's good enough for now. I'm gonna take a break. Take a break. So, this live. Yes, it is live. I'm alive. Danny boy. I like it. Okay, just as you're coming in, awesome one, I am ending it though. I've been at it for about an hour and a half. I've never done a late night one before. It's kind of cool. Kind of different. This is when I get all my work done. I tell you what, though, it is still a bit of a distraction working on this. I don't feel like I'm 100% focused on what I'm doing because I'm I know people are watching. That's not that I'm nervous or worried about the picture. Just I'm thinking. My brain has only so much brain capacity. So it's like I got to do. I feel like something's being drained as I'm working a little bit. But that's okay. It's fun to do too. It's challenging. I like challenges too, artistic challenges. So the face looks okay. I still don't love this face. I think there's something wrong with it. Gosh, it's so weird. Some faces just pop out in 2 seconds. Like, bam, you got them. And then other times, they just are killers. It's got something to do. I think I just got to take this side of the face into shadow more. That may be part of the problem. It's kind of grotesque in a way. Don't want that plasticky look. You want the flat. You want you want it to be a skin texture-ish thing. Why is that? Not looking right. Oh, I get it. I went on the. That's what the problem is here. I went over the guy with white, and so I can't get rid of that white until I get rid of it here. Wait, what layer is it on? There's something on top of that. Is it up here? The mystery of the hidden layer. It's not that layer. I'll just start turning them off until I find it. It's got to be above it. But where? Is it on Mag? It's on Maggie's. One of the Maggie layers. Okay, there it is. So I was working on the eyes on the wrong layer. Take them out. That's why I was having trouble with this. I wasn't able to get it right. Turn everything back on. I know there's a way to turn all these layers on at once, but I forgot how to do it. Oh, hell dear. How you doing, bud? Good to see you here. Now let me see if I can get this thing looking better now that I have access to it. The proper layer. Let me add a little bit of a highlight here. But see, this is this. Oh my gosh! As soon as I touch it, it looks like shit. Let me save this thing. Okay, I probably got to get away from this thing soon because it's driving me nuts. But, oh, it's kind of cool. He looks a little too older. So I want him to look cool, but all right, good. I like that better. Yeah, there's something was wrong. I knew it was wrong. It's like I was on the wrong layer. Screwing with it. Maybe I'll do one last thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with this. Just do this gun and see how it looks. Gonna grab this tool that rotates it. Go to the gun, make sure it's the right layer. Gotta make this thing chrome. Chrome domus. Okay. Pop it out now. Make it super shiny. Okay, good, 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 good. It looks fantastico. Little Spanish lingo there for you. As Rush Limbaugh would say. Okay, it looks nice and shiny. Now, if you want to, when you move this thing, you got your move tool or your rotate tool, like this. Just tap it, and it goes back. Tap it twice, and it goes back. Good little tip. Your tip of the day. If you didn't know that already. I like this. It's starting to really look good. It doesn't suck. Completely. Her face looks weird, though. What's wrong with your face? Your face. Oh, do I have this going over? Wait a second. This should be the mask. It should not be. What is that? I gotta see where this red is coming from. Once again, it's mystery red. Sword, the skin. Gosh, I wish I could draw her with that, her with her lips. It looks good. That'd be so cool if I could do the mask. I have to ask Salty and just kind of make it a veil. Kind of interesting. I'll ask him, see what he thinks. So I feel like with this, this is the problem with the comic book coloring. Like Spider-Man Red and Blue. I really would love to see this kind of be together more in its color composition. The way when I'm painting something. I wish there was a way to kind of, and I may figure that out. To make the red, maybe I could add, bits of blue to the red, just something like that. Just to kind of maybe bring it together a little bit. And then maybe go to the blue. I don't know, I'm actually just experimenting here. And throw in bits of red. Interesting idea. I don't know if it's going to work. Does seem to take some of the harshness off of it. Make sure I don't do the uniboob. There's 2 boobs. Oh, there's another guy sleeping with a different language. Cool. Let's see the gloves. Where's the gloves? Oh, just what? One glove or two? Why did I put an S on there? Gloves, plural. All right, I'm going to go back to your face because that's where, before I got completely distracted, that's where I was originally, trying to fix the face. And I'm drawing, it's just like all over the place, scatterbrain kind of almost. But you get there. Might give her a little bit of eyeball shadow underneath it. Let's see how that looks. Let's see, I want to give this a I want that shadow to be hot. I could actually try a little bit of pink in there. Really heat it up. Okay, she's really, really good looking. Really, really ridiculously good looking. I'm getting loopy. I'm losing it. Oh, fantastic in Russian. I did not ask for fantastic in Russian, but now that you mention it, I very much appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think she's singing now. She is smoking good. So either way, I think it's fine. It's kind of cool with the mask. Looks like the it doesn't go across her face quite right though. The curvature doesn't look quite perfect, and it's got to be perfect. There's no excuse for failure. Certain things where this is really highlighted, you got to pay attention to that. It's huge. All right, I like it. It's cool, man. She's beautiful. I think. Folks, what do you think? Yeah. Hey, this is really doesn't suck. We'll see though. That's a really until you put it all together, it's not together, and it doesn't really work. Now, what I'm gonna do is try these three figures, put them in a group. And I'm going to show you this. Yeah, I may do something like this. One of the things to try to pull, since these characters all have this, quite a bit of a variety of color, I'll do a multiply layer with a clipping mask over the group. These are all the figures are grouped into one layer now. And I could kind of make it warm. Really make this a gigantic brush. But I can go in here with a blue and wait, why is it not? These are all the guys. Oh, I got such a low. I want to make a high percentage here. Yeah, I could do something like this. So I could pop out the figures, which would help the realism and everything of it. I really want to see those shoes though. They're cool. I want to make these things should be shiny if I can. Yeah, something like that. So anyways, it's getting there. This will help pull together the multiply layer. But I gotta call it quits here because I am been going for a bit without a break. Oh, thank you. You said gorgeous. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Let's see what time how I'm doing here. 1 in the morning. Normal sleep hours for me. Normal work hours for me. So I think it's good. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to take a break. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. It's really fun to try to show people what I do, and it looks like I'm trying to color this whole thing live and see how it goes. But it's a little tricky because I am somewhat distracted. So because I want to be working on my tip top level to do the best. But I may do something where I get to that point where it's fine and good and strong, and then I will maybe go back and just do some touch-ups and stuff like that when I'm not on camera. I can fully focus on it. So where's my StreamYards? I'm gonna end my StreamYard thing. Can't find it on which one of these layers. Okay, guys, have a good night and a good week. And we will talk to y'all later. Thanks. Bye.